converting customary units. You can use the table below to convert one customary unit to another. A version of this table is also available on your star reference chart. If you notice, it gives you equivalent measurements. So here you can see that 1 gallon equals 4 quarts, 1 quart equals 2 pints. Well, if we remember what we've already learned in class, we've learned about equivalent ratios. So these are actually ratios. This would represent gallons to quarts. Okay? And then, of course, quarts to pints. So you could change all of these little equal signs to 2, and then it would just be ratios. So it's something we've already learned. These would be your original ratios. Okay? So that should make it a little bit easier as we're talking about this. All right. You can convert customary measurements using pictures. So if I convert 3 quarts to cups, I'll look at the picture, and it says that for every 1 quart, there are 4 cups. Okay? So if I go through the picture and I just count all the cups, I have 3 quarts equals 12 cups. Now, you can set this up as a proportion using your wand chart. And your words would be quarts to cups. Okay? And your original, you pull from that chart that you were looking at. So that chart said that for every 1 quart, there are 4 cups. And the question said, for 3 quarts, how many cups do you have? Okay? So you'll put the 3 here in the new. Alright? Now when I solve this, that'll be times 3. And so whatever I do to the top, I've got to do to the bottom. So that's times 3. And I get 12. So 12 cups. You don't have to draw a picture to do it. Alright. You could also convert measurement using a table. So here we have a table. We have pounds and ounces. And if we look at this, each step from one side of the table to the other side of the table is times 16. Times 16. Times 16. So obviously, what are we going to do down here? Well, times 16. So we'll have 4 times 16 will give you X. So that means 4 pounds equals 64 ounces. Now again, you can set this up as your wand chart. So if I have my wand chart, I'll have my words, pounds, and pounds is abbreviated LBS, and ounces. Ounces is abbreviated OZ. Okay. My original is always going to be this first one, just like we talked about when we were looking at the multiplication chart. Okay, so I have 1 to 16. And the last one is going to be the mystery. Okay, so that 4 goes with the pound. Okay, then you got to ask yourself, well, how do I get from 1 to 4? Times 4. So what do I do down here? Times 4. Okay, so that gives you 64. 64 ounces. Okay, so we're going to be working on doing converting measurement using our ratio tables, using the wand chart. Okay, last one, converting units of measurement by using proportions. And a proportion is just an equation stating two ratios that are equal. So if we look here, here's our equation. It's an equation because it's got one side of the equation, an equal sign, and then another side of the equation. Okay? So here we go. Here's our proportion. Right? Well, I can ask myself, how do I get from 12 to 48? Well, 12 times what gives me 48? Times 4. So if I do times 4 down here, what do I do to the top? Times 4. So x has to equal 4. Okay? So you can set that up, and in this case, just to make it a little bit more clear, this would be your wand chart, okay? This would be feet. That would be inches. They just attach the word to the number, which is perfectly fine. Right? And that's basically it for customary measurement.